committee meeting for January 3rd at 5:30. Our first agenda item, let's do the bus budget first, Philip, since Alex is here. Alex, this is yours now.
Okay. So for FY25, we're gonna propose a total of $1,059,663.48. $250,000 is our capital budget, which will include the purchase of a bus and a raised roof van. If any of y'all are curious to what a raised roof van is, I do have a quote that I will send that shows a picture of it. It seats up to 8 passengers, and it would work perfect for our smaller routes. Right now, currently, we have 3 routes that need vehicle replacement. So,
You probably don't need a full 15 passengers.
correct. Like we have the Fort Pickett line, we've got Pat A and Pat B, and it's better gas mileage.
4 transits
Yes.
and 8 passengers?
Mhm.
Do they mark out the front seat? Is that where that?
Actually, here
I'm
I
used to
can.
15s and 12s, so.
Yeah,
That's what
you're
I was
good.
looking at, 15 and 12s.
15, you can't fit 15 people in those no matter what you do.
And the seats are foldable. Also, so if you have 2 riders who are in a wheelchair, they can still fit.
Oh, that's all.
And we still need bigger buses for our bigger routes, but we do have at least 3 that could honestly use the bus. The bus as well as the raised roof van.
So it's 96-ish for the van. What does a bus cost?
So for the one that we just ordered, and this is with me cutting a few things out that we didn't have enough money for it because the price has gone up within the past few years. So the one that we have on order is $1,039,992. And
100.
100,000.
sorry, yeah, 100,000. That was ordered, and like I said, that was with us cutting, and that's also changing from an 18-passenger BOC to an 11-passenger BOC.
And then I'm sure, this is me just
Yeah.
shooting off the cuff, my sleeve, but the smaller bus or van should be cheaper to operate as well.
Yes,
Fuel mileage, whatnot.
yes. Yes, sir.
And you said this is for your smaller routes,
Yes, sir.
and you're only gonna get one.
The plan is to, with each fiscal year, if I can get up to at least 3, that would work out perfect. Because, like I said, I've got Fort Pickett, Pat A, and Pat B. They could definitely use that. They don't have 10 to 12 riders at a time. They might have 3 or 4.
Right.
And with it being better gas mileage, and I've talked to the sales rep, and he said that there are other transit agencies that are actually looking into switching to it because it's affordable, as well as if anything goes with it, it's cheaper to fix. The gas mileage, especially, that's the one thing he told me about.
What are they advertising for gas mileage?
That's a good question. Can I get back to you with that on? Okay.
And then I'll get with you what, I have a 15, so I'll get with you what the dash says.
Okay.
on mine.
What do you think?
Surprisingly,
Like a van?
it was surprisingly not as
Yes.
good as I thought.
Just looks like
What
a
do you
van,
think,
but
Eric?
it costs something fancy.
Yes.
It's
It ain't
a
bothering
very
us
high
no
vis,
way.
you get on,
One
you
way or
can
the
stand
other,
and
I
walk
mean.
to the back basically, almost stand.
In the grand scheme of it, all this, to me, is a moot point. All I look at is the town obligation that you have pointed out in the 24 budget this year, which is 42,000, and this year it's 54,000. That's where we don't need to be, that's up to you, on your vans, if you feel.
Couple things to you, if you look, there's also an additional $10,000 that the town is obligated to pay 4% of the van purchases or vehicle purchases. But you gotta remember, when we sell vans and buses,
We
we
goes to
keep the money, so that 10,000 is on hand.
it's fund balance, it's,
Yeah, use the fund balance. So we've got I think we've got $33,000 sitting aside from when we've sold vans.
yeah.
My question, and I probably should have posed this to you before, I'm
Okay.
really not trying to ambush you. We have had pretty good success with that private line that we run. Can you tell us a little bit about ridership and how the salaries for those drivers is handled in here?
For just the town run?
The town line that we send out to the,
Okay.
bring people downtown. and that kind of stuff. If you could explain a little bit how you've handled the salaries in there.
Okay. So with the town line, that runs Sunday through Thursday, and I've met up with the lady over at the Inn at Blackstone. She's given me a schedule of when they have a shipment coming in, the weeks that nobody's there. Because in the beginning, we didn't know. So we had,
Had somebody just.
yes, we had drivers, and we're like, nobody this week. But when I go to do payroll, that gets charged to the town. I have a separate part where it shows admin. So any hours that they work gets charged to the town. The town pays for that.
Is that included in the town's contribution of 50-some thousand?
No, sir.
It is not.
No, sir.
So it's an additional charge on top of the $54,000.
Anything that has to do with the town bus that runs,
We gotta pay 100%,
yes,
but it's not reflected in the
correct.
budget?
That is
It's not
correct.
reflected.
None of that is reflected at all.
Because that doesn't get submitted to DRPT.
Correct.
What's your ridership, if you don't mind? Could you quote to them what our ridership look like?
I wish I had my phone because I could pull up my email. The ridership report for December for the town bus was really good. It went up. It was in the 200s.
Wow, that's pretty good.
I've been
considering
watching,
they
it's
don't-
been upper or mid 100s.
I think it's a decent investment to get people downtown. And basically an Uber, his phone number's posted up there at the end. Does anybody else ride other than the end much?
No, sir.
No.
On the sheet that we give the drivers, it shows the 4 places for pickup, and the Inn is the only one who utilizes
Yeah,
it.
we've got it posted at the academy, but everybody there has their own vehicle.
Your own call.
It's posted at all the doors, but
So there is an additional cost that we spend for transportation that, is it in the garage department? We pay it from or cut it from?
For if
Maybe new
anything is
enough.
done, maintenance or anything
No,
on.
no, I'm just talking about for example, the salaries when they're running the town line.
it may be
Sunday
new
through
enough this
Thursday.
year, it's probably not in anything, to be honest.
Well, from what I was trained on, I was always told that you charge it to the town. That goes to the town's admin.
So it's coming out of the administration
It's an
side.
admin budget.
That is
Out of
correct.
town.
Yes, sir.
Perfect.
And it, to be honest, this year, it was implemented this year prior to budget, really,
Yeah. I mean,
or after
we
budget,
need to
so,
look and see, are we at least covering our costs?
correct.
It's been going good. I mean, we started the Sunday route at the beginning of October. And I mean, Sunday is the busiest day for the drivers. So it's been doing good. It's been getting utilized.
And what time is that?
The Sunday route is 5 to 9. Monday through Thursday is 6 to 10.
And it's a-
Maybe next year we try to make an assumption that everybody, about $20 worth of meal or drink or whatever downtown, and we try to extrapolate that with, are we breaking even on?
Yeah, and it's not even worth even thinking. I was sitting here thinking, all right, what if you charge 25 cents, 50 cents? That's not even worth it because that's not even coming close to paying.
The meals taxes.
Right.
Yeah.
Even if, and at the same time, even if it's not breaking even, as much as I'd love for it to, I mean, it's a huge, huge thing just to support our downtown.
The collateral benefits
Yes, sir.
could be tremendous.
Seems like it's
Yeah.
being used pretty good.
You said that the bus runs on Sunday from 5 to 9.
Yes, sir.
Just this one bus from the inn.
The town's private bus that we own.
Okay.
Say private, that's not the right term. We have a series of buses,
Right.
12, 15 of them, and we have different routes. We go to Petersburg, we go
Oh, yeah, I understand that.
town and country, all the town. And then we have a separate bus that the town bought 5 years ago, 6 years ago. And we've used it a few times, but the folks that run the inn, we approached them and said, how can we get your customers, and we made it available to everybody, how can we get your clients downtown to eat or anywhere else?
Yeah, I was about to say, it
Because
goes to
they get
Walmart,
pick
goes to
where they
Food
wanna
Lion.
go. If they wanna go to Walmart, if they wanna go to Wendy's, if they wanna, we will take them. It's almost an Uber route. It's not open fully to the public. It is only for when somebody picks up the phone from those facilities, because we only run to those facilities to try to get those students to Walmart, Food Lion, to downtown, wherever it is. Mitchell.
We're trying to capture that per diem.
But listen, the reason why I'm asking this is because has anybody, this is just off the wall, but has anybody ever thought about a Sunday ride for the customers? Say like from 9 to something when they trying to go to church and stuff and go to get something to eat? I mean, I'm just throwing it out there.
From what I looked at, we have a plan where each year we should be looking at extending routes. From what I looked at recently, they are looking at extending like our Brunswick route to Monday through Friday instead of Monday through Thursday, because we have a decent amount of riders on the Brunswick route.
I was just talking about Sunday, you know, people go to church. A lot of people don't have cars and stuff. I mean, I was just throwing it out.
No, it's a good way to utilize the bus. I mean, it's really intriguing after starting to work there and just looking into things and seeing how many people use it to get to doctor's appointments, to go to the grocery store. It's pretty amazing that we do, and we are lucky enough that we do have it.
So if you think about that, you know, think about maybe Sunday. I mean, there's no rush. I just threw it out there.
No, yes, sir.
But it might be something that we could look at. Seriously.
So what's if you look at the town obligation, what's the $12,000 increase? That's all we really look at, is the bottom line.
Monthly salary. Monthly salary,
Is that the figuring what percentage?
4%
in
increase.
four?
And then one position is going from part-time to full-time in the budget.
Which
Okay?
position is
This
that?
position.
Remember we had Megan that worked up here?
Yeah.
And, she was out quite a bit, she had some reasons why she was out. And so we replaced her at the front counter and she went to the bus shop.
Filling Janet's spot? Or,
No, Christy Carmichael is in Janet's spot, this would be replacing, who was that old guy that used to go to church with us? That
Mr.
worked down there
Amos?
for years?
Mr. Amos?
Amy, that's the position, because it was always part-time. But she was a full-time employee, and now she's able to, and this is a way that we could get half her position paid.
And what does she help assist with?
She did clerical or.
She counts the money boxes in the morning. She does the performance data that gets entered daily. She does the POs for the bus shop. She will start every Friday. She's going to do deep cleaning on our buses. And on top of that, she has also trained underneath Christy. So Christy was out for a while for health reasons. So Megan was able to go ahead and take over those job duties and get everything done that needed to.
And,
So
for example,
we're
today,
not creating a full-time position just to, there's plenty of duties.
Now,
to
and
be
she also, she helps cover over here if anybody needs off.
she covered for Carol today.
Okay.
Plus, she trained at the front counter at DMV, so she can go back over to DMV.
So it's a good tool to
if
have.
they need somebody over there.
It's a good tool to have if half of it's
Call.
paid for by DRPT.
I didn't wanna eliminate her position, but we didn't have her here enough to.
Alright, so that's probably most of that part-time to
So-
full-time. That's probably most of that 12,000.
Let me ask you a question there. So this young lady left here, gone to the bus shop,
Correct.
and now you now you making her permanent.
Yeah, basically, she's been a full-time employee at the bus shop
Since
months.
April.
eight months, and now the budget will actually reflect her full salary being in the budget as well.
Philip, I got a question.
But it is still 50/50
That is correct.
reimbursed by the.
I got a question. No. I'll talk to you about this after.
And then just so everybody knows, whatever the other town employees are given, if it's 2%, 3%, whatever it be,
It's the same.
it's the same, but we always advertise on the higher end, just cause we can't go back
Yes,
to DRPT.
we did
and
4% across the board, just in
I wanna
case.
Bring your attention, and we talked about this a little bit earlier, if you look at actual for fiscal year 23, it's very low. And you see these budgets for current year and the anticipated year are much higher. I just don't think we're spending the full amount of money. I don't think you're gonna have to spend $54,000, but the budget that's being proposed would potentially, worst case scenario, be a $54,000.
So when someone asks, how much does the Babs bus line cost the citizens of Blackstone, we can say it's $54,000
Max.
max.
Not
And
to
tha- and
exceed
that's
54,000.
That's, yeah, so we get a benefit from having that, because it pays for our garage, it pays, I mean,
So what was the actual this year? Sorry, I'm looking, I should be able to.
We're only 6 months into it, so she doesn't have the full actual. And I think if you go into the budget that you get every month, you're gonna have to add a bunch of lines together, but we can get that done.
Well, do we have the actual for 6 months?
So me and Mary, we pulled a report, and as we were going through, we wanted to look to see where we're at, and we actually learned that we are under the halfway mark, which is good.
Remember how much, by chance?
No, sir. Unfortunately, we did not
We get it for you.
have those numbers, but we can get them for you.
Ballpark. I mean, if it's 54 if we were at 20 or.
Yeah, I don't think.
Yeah,
it's
if you, if you look at the fringe benefits, those went down. Because as we were going through and we were looking, we recalculated it. So the fringe benefits did go down from what was originally requested.
Well, I mean, again, it's a formality. We just recommend it to the full council to approve this budget. Yeah,
I think it looks good.
yep. So,
You want to vote, Chairman?
yeah, does anybody have a motion to approve or,
Make a motion to recommend the 2025 BAB's proposed budget to full council. Correct? Is that how I word that?
yep. And we'll put a total dollar figure, and your total dollar figure is $1,059,663.48, correct?
Yes, sir.
Sounds good. I'm gonna do it.
You second that?
Yes, sir.
All right, all those in favor? Aye. All right, opposed? Opposed?
I'm good.
Okay. All right, thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll go to CD investment rates. Philip? We got two proposals back?
We received two proposals. We received proposals up till 3 o'clock today. And we received two proposals on CDs. The estimated amount of investment would be $2 million.
Yeah, this is,
Estimated amount of investment is $2,150,000. And that's the $2 million that have matured that have been in treasuries plus accumulated interest for the full amount that we've got in there, okay? So we had one CD that we invested in 3 CDs last December. One for 6 months, one for a year, and one for 2 years. The 6 months has come due, and that's in a CD now. It has matured. The 1 year will now mature as well. That's the $2 million, and then the accumulated interest of estimated about $150,000. Okay. We received the two proposals. We asked them for 6 month, 1 year, and 2 year options. And we received two proposals back, one from Citizens Bank and Trust, one from Benchmark. We did advertise it locally, and we sent RFPs to 3 banks, and we received responses from 2. Benchmark for a 6 month CD has a rate, proposed rate of 2.48%. Citizens Bank for 6 months, 4.5%. Benchmark for 12 months, 3.21%. Citizens, 12 months, 4.25%. 2 year Benchmark, 3.55%. And 2 year Citizens, 3.75%. There were a few other terms that we had asked for. In the event of calamity, we want at 1 withdrawal and without suffering any loss to principal, okay? And Citizens Bank agreed to do that, and so did Benchmark, okay?
the only thing I see different is that Citizens, we cannot add at any point in
You
time,
cannot add.
but Benchmark will, but
I'm not sure that it says that. I think it says 1 penalty free, but, availability to add funds to CD anytime.
Benchmark will
Yep.
allow you to add anytime.
Does Benchmark's
Okay.
proposal, indicate that the, principal will never be in jeopardy? I don't see that.
It says 1 penalty-free
Right.
withdrawal may be made from the CD during the term. Interest may withdrawn at any time without penalty, and the statement from Citizens was, no principal penalty
Right.
will occur in the event of an early withdrawal.
Well,
And I'd have to compare those two because
I think,
Citizens is very clear that the principal won't be touched.
correct.
I'd have to check with the Benchmark to see if the interest would be
I think
affected.
it's gonna be a mute
I was
point,
about to
don't
say,
you?
I think it's a moot
Yeah.
point when you look at, we're getting 1% more on all the levels.
I think the 4.5 is more attractive, yes.
And, I mean, we know rates are going to go down, is
It-
what we're hearing.
What I hear, it is gonna go down. And the CD that has matured, that we had for 6 months was at 4.75. So we're a 0.25% lower now.
What's the difference, and Jake may be figuring this,
I think we did a little math in the
what's
office
the difference
beforehand.
if you were to do everything at 12 months and be guaranteed at 4.25?
I think we looked at it about 4%, or $4,000. Was that right, Jake?
I think so, but this CD calculator's not giving me the same, so.
Do you think the 12's more attractive?
Well, I'm
I
just
do.
thinking because I can tell you after the 6 months, yeah, the 0.25% extra at 6 months sounds great.
You have risk.
But it's going to go down tremendously, I think,
Well,
by
the
June
Feds,
this coming
Feds
year.
indicated 3 cuts, or
Oh,
for
yeah.
sure, so that means
So-
5.
It's gonna
you
go
know.
down below that 3.25, so I'm almost of the essence, dump it all at the 12.
You think it'll go in 3.25? Do you really?
No, I think it's gonna go well below the below the 4.25. Definitely.
Yeah.
So
I would say either split it and do 6 and 12, or just do the full 12. That would be where I'm at.
What do you think, Mr.
I mean,
Miller? I like the 12.
I like the 12 too. I like the
you're
12.
guaranteed.
All of it in 12 months.
I would have been 12.
Oh yeah.
That's the wishes of the finance committee. We can get a
Pass it
So,
on.
did
recommendation.
you have a motion for that?
I'll make a motion.
To
I don't
proceed-
think either way
proceed.
you're talking about a lot of money.
Yeah, to proceed with Citizens Bank and Trust at the rate of 4.25
5
for 12
for
months.
12 months.
For a total of 2.15 million.
I think it's gonna be about I've gotta see what the interest
Yeah.
finally is, but it's certainly gonna be over $1 million more.
All
And I
those-
told Taylor today, the final figure will be what it is. The
Correct.
2 principal items plus any accrued interest. We've received $55,000 interest from the first 6 months CD. This past CD, I know is gonna turn about 25,000, and then the difference is what we're looking for the rest of it.
All those in favor with that?
Aye.
Opposed?
Aye.
All right, we will present that to the full council for their approval
Mr. Chairman,
tonight, I guess, correct?
Tonight.
Mr. Chairman, before you go any further, I was at the door. Y'all, there was a motion, you had a motion, was that to approve the bus budget?
Approve the budget.
Recommend.
Recommend,
And
yeah.
it was 3-0.
Yes, sir,
All right, and at the council meeting tonight, I'm gonna give you the floor on these 2 motions, okay?
that's fine.
All right.
Is there anything else, account finance?
We got 7 minutes before council, if you have any questions.
It will not,
Finance
we'll hear
related?
your we'll hear your answers later. With that, y'all got anything?
No, I ain't got nothing.
All right.
These are compounded monthly or compounded yearly?
Quarterly, wasn't it?
How often are these compounded, these rates?
How
Was-
often?
Is it quarterly?
Is it?
I'd have to find out. I don't know the answer to that.
I'm sure they're the same, so if you don't mind finding out, just so do a quick calculation on.
All right, we'll adjourn